Crash course on China's intellectual property rights and its IPR disputes with other countries. China's intellectual property rights, IPR, and its disputes with other countries have been a contentious issue for many years. Intellectual property includes inventions, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets that are protected under the law. In this article, we will provide a crash course on China's IPR, its disputes with other countries, some interesting stories or examples, and a list of the top 12 China's IPR disputes with other countries. China's intellectual property rights. China has been criticized for its lax enforcement of intellectual property rights, which has led to concerns about piracy and counterfeiting. The Chinese government has taken steps to address these issues, including enacting new laws and establishing specialized intellectual property courts. In recent years, China has made significant progress in protecting intellectual property rights. The country has established a robust legal framework for intellectual property protection, and it has increased its efforts to enforce these laws. In addition, China has become a major player in the global intellectual property system, ranking second in the world for patent applications. Despite these efforts, intellectual property disputes between China and other countries continue to be a source of tension. These disputes often arise from allegations of intellectual property theft, counterfeiting, and infringement. Top 12 China's IPR disputes with other countries. 1. The United States. The U.S. has accused China of stealing intellectual property, particularly in the technology sector. The U.S. has imposed tariffs on Chinese imports in response to these allegations. 2. Japan. Japan has accused China of copying its high-speed train technology and has filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization, WTO. 3. South Korea. South Korea has accused China of infringing on its intellectual property rights in the semiconductor industry. 4. European Union. The European Union has accused China of not doing enough to protect intellectual property rights and has threatened to take action against China in the WTO. 5. Canada. Canada has accused China of counterfeiting its trademarked products, including maple syrup. 6. Australia. Australia has accused China of stealing its intellectual property in the agriculture sector, particularly in relation to genetically modified crops. 7. India. India has accused China of infringing on its intellectual property rights in the pharmaceutical industry. 8. Brazil. Brazil has accused China of violating intellectual property rights in the textile and clothing industries. 9. Mexico. Mexico has accused China of copying its tequila production methods. 10. Russia. Russia has accused China of copying its military technology. 11. Taiwan. Taiwan has accused China of infringing on its intellectual property rights in the semiconductor industry. 12. Hong Kong. Hong Kong has accused China of copying its trademarked products, particularly in the food and beverage industry. Interesting stories or examples. One of the most well-known examples of intellectual property disputes involving China is the case of Apple Inc. versus ProView Technology. ProView claimed that it owned the rights to the iPad trademark in China, despite Apple's use of the name. The dispute was eventually settled out of court, with Apple paying $60 million to ProView. Another interesting example is the case of New Balance versus Chinese companies that were manufacturing and selling counterfeit versions of its sneakers. New Balance worked with Chinese authorities to shut down the factories and seize the counterfeit goods. Conclusion. China's intellectual property rights and its disputes with other countries are complex issues that require careful consideration. While China has made significant progress in protecting intellectual property rights, there is still room for improvement. Intellectual property disputes between China and other countries are likely to continue, as these issues are often tied to broader economic and geopolitical tensions. Despite these challenges, it is important to recognize the value of intellectual property and to work towards protecting these rights. Intellectual property is a key driver of innovation and economic growth, and it is essential for creating a fair and. Here is a poem on China's IPR disputes with others. In the world of intellectual property, there's a story of China's controversy. A land of innovation and creation, but also of piracy and imitation. From America to Japan and beyond, China's IPR disputes have spawned A litany of claims and allegations of theft, infringement, and violations. The US accuses China of stealing tech, while Japan cries foul over high-speed train specs. Korea and Taiwan, in semiconductors compete, while Australia's agriculture, China seeks to beat. Canada's maple syrup, Australia's GM crops. China's counterfeiting leaves a sour taste in their hops. India's pharma, Brazil's textiles. China's piracy, their profits it stifles. From tequila to military technology. Hong Kong's products to Russia's machinery. China's IPR disputes are far-reaching, with ramifications that are all-encompassing. The world's intellectual property is at stake, as China's disputes continue to make a case for stronger protection and enforcement to prevent counterfeiting and infringement. So let us hope for a resolution to China's IPR disputes with a lasting solution to safeguard innovation and creativity and uphold intellectual property with integrity. *****. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html?8 equals 7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our Anhub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.